general conversations when everybody can talk. Very interesting and influential Italian gentleman. Asked if he'd come to see me, so I said sure. He came to see me at the seminary, the American college where I was staying. We sat down. He's a very brilliant man, very influential man in Rome, and we talked about a number of things. He had a favor to ask me for back here in the United States. But then he said, "What about Bergoglio?" And I was surprised at the question. I said, "What about him?" He said, "Does he have a chance?" I said, "I don't think so, because no one's mentioned his name. He hasn't been in his mind. I don't think it's on anybody's mind to vote for him." He said, "He could do it, you know." I said, "What could he do?" He said, "He could reform the church." We gave him 5 years, he could put us back on target. I said, "What could he do?" He said, "He could reform the church." We gave him 5 years, he could put us back on target.
You know, when Pope Francis was elected and he appeared on the loggia to give his first blessing as Pope and his first opening, next to him is Cardinal Danneels. Now,
yeah.
You only so many men fit on the loggia of St. Peter's. It's big, but you only get so many. And so Francis gets to pick his posse, right?
Right.
And then he's grateful for. And he brings out, I'm going to put a picture on the screen right now so everybody can see it. There's Pope Francis. He's on the loggia of St. Peter. This is when he was elected Pope. And right there is Cardinal Danneels.
There's also a great picture of him of Cardinal Danneels, not with Francis, but by himself wearing all kinds of colored, non-canonically supportable garb during Mass. There have been lots of allegations of his connection, strong allegations of his connection to Freemasonry. There's the undeniable fact of he had been on the record, on a recording, advising the victim of sexual abuse not to turn in evidence against his abuser, who happened to be his uncle, the victim's uncle, a clergyman. And also, there's this long rap sheet that Danneels had. Also, he, I think, openly brags that he convinced the King of Belgium to make abortion legal.
Yes.
I mean, really, really, really startling stuff. That most of this is an admission. I might be confusing. You know, I don't think the admission was the recording of him urging the young boy not to turn evidence, but except all the other stuff was an admission by the Cardinal himself. It's troubling stuff. What does it mean for...
He's also a huge advocate of liberation theology.
Right. All of these guys.
Yes.
Well, not Casper, but Martini was, I believe... Yeah, most of these are liberation theology guys.
And he's also openly advocated for civil recognition of same-sex unions.
Yes.
So on all the issues, you know, and also he's kind of light on euthanasia. So on all these like hot topic issues... he's on the wrong side, you know, of all of it, you know. And I think this is indicative of what the St. Gallen group, mafia, whatever you want to call them, what their agenda is. And it's you know, like you mentioned earlier, it's related to the Sixth Commandment.
De groep van St. Gallen, dat is een soort naam die deftig is. Maar eigenlijk zeiden wij van onszelf en van die groep de maffia.
Kardinaal Danneels praat voor het eerst over de geheime groep van kerkleiders waar hij toe behoorde. Hij doet dat in de basiliek van Koekelberg, waar zijn biografie wordt voorgesteld. Vanaf 1996 kwam die groep elk jaar bijeen en organiseerde ze in het geheim het verzet tegen Jozef Ratzinger, die op dat moment de rechterhand van paus Johannes Paulus II was.
Daar waren enkele bisschoppen bij en een paar kardinalen, te veel om op te noemen. Maar waar heel vrij uitgesproken werd, er werd niks verslag van gemaakt, waar men zich eens kon uitleven.
Wanneer paus Johannes Paulus II sterft in 2005, schuift de groep al de huidige paus naar voren als zijn opvolger. Maar het wordt toch Ratzinger. Danneels kan zijn ontgoocheling nauwelijks verbergen.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Als je weet hoe de pudding smaakt, dan moet je wachten tot hem eet.
Maar het duurt niet lang voor de groep van St. Gallen een nieuwe kans krijgt. Want paus Benedictus treedt onverwacht af.
In 2013 heeft deze groep eigenlijk wel haar streven bereikt, namelijk met de keuze van paus Franciscus. En in zekere zin kun je dus zeggen dat door deelname aan die groep de kardinaal toch wel een van degenen is geweest die de voortrekkers zijn geweest van de keuze van paus Franciscus.
Kardinaal Daniel staat dan ook te stralen naast paus Franciscus op het balkon in Rome. Sindsdien gaat hij regelmatig naar daar om te praten met de paus. Volgende maand is hij opnieuw uitgenodigd om deel te nemen aan de synode over het gezin.